I asked Chat GPT to choose 3 drift cars for us to drift around in, as well as a track to drift on. Let's ask Chat GPT, can you choose 1 drift car for me? This is a perfect car. Chat GPT has recommended us the 240 SX. All we need now is a track. So let's ask Chat GPT, can you pick a Touge drift map for me? Chat GPT has chosen Mount Akina or just Akina. So let's jump into Assetto Corsa and give it a go. Boys, we are in Assetto Corsa. We on Mount Akina or Akina. I can't actually remember which one I chose, but we are on the Touge Akina track and we have 2-way AI traffic with us as well in the 240 SX. I'm honestly so hyped that Chat GPT chose us a great track and a great car. Now next time I will ask Chat GPT to choose something a bit different and hopefully we'll get something that isn't your ordinary drift car. However, this Night Runners 240 SX looks absolutely clean and is such a great looking mod, and it actually handles super well. Oh god, like I was saying, this mod actually handles pretty well and it is just visually appealing. This car looks so good. It's super clean. The modder has done a great job with this car. Now I definitely think it is also probably a perfect car for this map. It's a perfect Japanese Touge map for this 240. We hopefully don't get as lucky as this every single time with ChatGPT, and hopefully we get some other strange cars that aren't all Japanese cars, because what the hell is that guy doing? It would be nice not to be all Japanese. It is actually really nice having traffic on this map. I only ever have traffic on it very rarely. I think I might actually played a Touge drift server with traffic on this, or it might have been Touge Uni. I think they have a few cars. However, my AI settings are not the best. As you can see there, we have a truck just randomly crashed and another guy just kind of driving all over the place and a huge pile up down here. Now I don't know if I've made the traffic too aggressive or not. I'm not 100% sure what I've done, but I don't have a clutch. I've just realized what is going on. Why do I not have a clutch? For some reason my clutch is not working. I'm gonna have to sort that out when we change cars, because I cannot be drifting without a clutch. I'm literally having just to pull the e-brake for everything and then kind of rev it while the e-brake's on, because otherwise I'm just gonna slide into things. I can't really power out of them. It's kind of just hit and hope at this point. But this is a nice clean drift and we got the AI on the inside. Touge drifting is actually still my favorite type of drifting. I absolutely love it, and I've just been on a whole kind of playlist of Touge drifting recently. All I've been doing is Touge drifting. I would highly recommend trying out Touge drifting if you haven't, because it is super fun. Granted, it's not the easiest thing. Oh god, that guy almost murdered me. Honestly, if you could like break the cars on this game, if Assetto Corsa had real damage like BeamNG, this would be the most elite game. However, I would like to turn real damage on and off if it did. Let's jump into first person here. We've got some more crashed AI. I'm not sure if I've made them too aggressive or what, but they seem to like to try and overtake each other and destroy each other. This is definitely so much better in first person. Drifting Touge in first person looks super cool and it feels so nice. However, we do feel a bit, well, I personally feel like I'm very close to the barriers and I'm going to clip them all the time. Driving a left-hand drive car too, to me, feels completely weird, as I'm only used to driving right-hand drive cars. So even now in Assetto Corsa, it does throw me off when I'm driving a left-hand drive car. Let's ask ChatGPT to pick us another drift car. According to ChatGPT, it is the MX-5 Miata. Now, that's actually not very out of the ordinary, so I'm a bit confused there. We are in the Mazda MX-5 Miata. Now, I'm very confused why the AI decided this car was out of the ordinary, because I feel like I've seen quite a few Mazda MX-5 drift cars or just youngsters in the MX-5 drifting, so it's very strange to me that ChatGPT thinks this car is out of the ordinary. I'm not gonna lie, this MX-5 sounds absolutely mean, and I did actually fix my clutch now, so we can actually clutch kick and we can put that clutch down when we're coming out of the corner to get some more power. Oh my god, we was off track. Drifting with the 240 SX without a clutch was definitely difficult. Thankfully, we had an e-brake, so we could still use that, but the clutch is definitely a good thing to have. The Gravy Garage car pack is definitely a good car pack anyway, so the cars slide pretty well, so I feel like I could probably drift this without a clutch, as long as I have that e-brake to kind of throw down. However, when you come into a corner hot like that, you definitely want to be dipping that clutch and speeding. This car sounds super sick. I love how it looks as well, although it is mega low, and this is a car this car would be completely undrivable where I live in the UK, as it is just filled with horrible roads and potholes and you would scrape the bottom. However, it still looks super clean and it is definitely a car that I would still love to own. I would actually love an MX-5. I just haven't ever bought one or decided to buy one, as is I don't really have a place for a 2-seater car. I kind of need 4 seats, but that is something I might be able to get later on. However, I would probably go with an E46 325i, as I would actually much prefer that over the Miata or an E36. However, in the UK, they cost quite a bit of money, and what the hell is this traffic doing? They're just blocking me off and kind of trying to overtake each other. This MX-5 is definitely perfect for Touge drifting just because it's so small. It's got a good amount of power and you can really rip it just round these corners, and it fits nicely on one lane as well here, so we can just drift around this guy even though he took an absolutely mega wide angle. I'm pretty sure I've got some weird setting on with the traffic where they kind of move out the way. They're a bit aggressive or not. Now I wanted to jump into first person, and this car sounds absolutely mega in first person. Listen to the sound of this thing when you send it out of corners like this. Honestly, the difference in sound when you're in first person to third person is insane on Assetto Corsa. For some reason, when you're in third person, cars sound absolutely, or sometimes they sound absolutely terrible, but in first person, they always sound super good. And this, oh god, this guy's coming in. I should have probably checked. Like I was saying, first person sound on this game is incredible. Listen to this thing when you absolutely rip it through the gears. This thing sounds like an absolute speed machine, not a drift car. I've just realized as well, there is no glass in that rear mirror at the center mirror, rear mirror thing. There is no glass in it. I can literally see straight through it, so I can't even see if there's anything behind us. Thankfully, that guy did not clip us, but listen to the sound of this redlining. This feels super nice to be driving a right-hand drive car again. Drifting in right-hand drive for me is absolutely perfect. Left-hand drive gets a bit more weird. Thankfully, I mean, my sim is still right-hand drive, even if I'm drifting a left-hand drive car, so that is kind of a bonus, but it's just weird being sat in that left-hand seat. This car actually rips. It's so fun. There was also a guy just randomly parked on the grass back there, which was very strange, but we've got a few less cars. I did actually tone down the AI this time, just so there isn't as many cars about, because I don't want to see loads of pile-ups and collisions while I'm drifting around, because it just kind of puts me to a halt and ruins the whole vibe of the drift and just ruins all the momentum. But like right now, this is super clean. We've got a few cars and just nice road. I'm having an absolute blast in this MX-5, but it's probably time for us to switch over to the third and final car that we are going to be drifting for Chat GPT, and then we can kind of I suppose hope it's something that is actually good. Third and final car now. Let's ask Chat GPT if it could choose us one more car out of the ordinary. Chat GPT has chosen the Toyota Land Cruiser. Now this is not what I was expecting. This seems to be the only Toyota Land Cruiser with some sort of a drift mod that I could find. Now this thing is absolutely huge, and it's got some seriously bouncy tires and it has a crazy engine. Bro, look at those wheels. They're absolutely huge. The tires are so big. They're probably even bigger than the rims. It's absolutely crazy. This thing looks so silly, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like this just does not fit in a Touge Corsa. If you extend even the slightest bit over angle, this car just gives way. There is no coming back from it. This thing is like an absolute animal. It's like a boat. It's just so big, so hard to control. And if you even slightly like this go over, you can't counter steer. Well, I think we try some Arab drifting. Sack off Touge drifting in this thing and try some Arab drifting, as this car is definitely what it was meant to be for. There is no way a Land Cruiser's for Touge drifting. We definitely have seen people drift Toyota Land Cruisers in Arab drifting and other crazy cars, so I feel like that's the only place that we can really take this car on a highway and just absolutely send it left and right. I've never done Arab drifting. This is absolutely bananas to me. Driving down a highway, just sending it at full speed while whipping your car left and right, not trying to go too far over that steering angle so you lose it, but just enough so you can get the back end to slide. I would never try this in real life, especially in a Land Cruiser on a highway going at this kind of speed. There is no way I would ever be willing to do this. This could end so bad. These tires, I'm surprised these tires haven't popped. I mean, if I didn't have tire blankets on this car would be done by now. Oh god, I think it's done anyway. You can't come back from this. It's fully done and it just bounces. Oh god, we've rid up him. It's time to try it in first person. Never mind, we ain't trying it anymore. This thing is absolutely mental. What is going on? How have we managed to save that? That is crazy. This thing absolutely bounces. Those tires are huge. They're literally like giant inflatable balloons what I'm driving on. It just bounces down the road, which is absolutely mental, but it does make it super, oh god, super easy to slide left and right, which does make Arab drifting quite fun.